Tell him Chief Sak Gee, don't never ask me why I'm motherfucking angry. Even though they holding hands, claiming to be best friends, they still hate you in the end. Angry black man.
Hey, what's good with y'all? It's your man Chief Sak Gee. Just wanted to come holler at y'all, man, about this video that I saw on Facebook the other day.
You don't need to see anything. I'm a traveler, not a driver.
I understand you're not a traveler, but I'm talking to the female driver.
She's a traveler too. She doesn't need any identification.
But I need her license.
You don't. Driver's license is if the state converts a liberty into a privilege, the citizen can engage with the right with impunity. Driver license is a privilege.
Okay, I still need to see the driver.
No, you don't.
I've observed traffic infractions.
No, you don't. Is it any crime? You just said you took an oath to the Constitution, and yet you're pulling us over, and we don't have a crime. You don't have a corpus delicti. You don't say that we robbed anybody, we didn't kill anybody. So you're out of your jurisdiction, and you're finna lose your job. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
All of these court cases and this language that this brother's using, the way that he's talking, all of that, is right and accurate. And information that can be verified via the Constitution or Supreme Court rulings that have been handed down over the years. But the problem is those things do not apply to black men or women in America.
I still need to see a driver.
No, you don't, because I'm not a driver. I'm not a driver.
Do you have an ID?
I don't need an ID. I'm a traveler. We are travelers. We're travelers. We don't need identification. All right. You want to keep... That's another second. We're going to sue this whole state. You're finna lose your job, sir. We know our rights. You're finna lose your job. No, you're finna lose your job. You're finna lose your job.
Does anybody have any forms of identification at all?
Identification is for a driver, not a traveler.
A lot of brothers and sisters that have got caught up in this whole sovereignty movement. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters who dabble in the Black's Law Dictionary understand the difference between a natural person and an artificial person. The straw man, and all those different things, the Uniform Commercial Code. A lot of brothers and sisters get caught up in that information because the information is right and accurate. They just don't realize that the U.S. Constitution doesn't apply to them. The same Constitution that establishes all of these rights and freedoms and to certain people also said that you were 3/5 of a man.
You just said your whole job, your whole entirety of your whole being is on the Constitution, but you're not upholding the Constitution, but you're saying you're upholding the Constitution.
Is 1304 still paid, or?
Yeah, call them over here and read that paper too, because you all in the wrong right now. It's no crime.
Here's a very important lesson that brothers and sisters need to learn. The powers that be, or the authorities that run this place, want you dead. They want you dead. They want you in jail. They want an excuse to treat you like just another criminal. The only way that you're going to protect yourself, the only way that you're going to truly be free, the only way that you're going to be able to assert your rights in this place is if you follow and obey all the rules.
Did we rob? No, answer the question. It's on video. Answer the question. Did we rob or kill anyone? Did we rob or kill anyone?
I'm explaining.
Did we rob or kill anyone?
Okay.
Did we rob or kill anyone, sir? Did we? Did we or did we not? You're on camera right now. We're going to sue this whole state. You're finna lose your job.
Okay.
Lie.
Sir, I'm trying to be patient with you.
It's no patience. You don't need to be pulling us over. We're not drivers.
Like I said, I observed traffic infractions.
It's no.
And all I want to do is confirm whether you have a valid driver's
speeding,
license or not.
driving without a license, wrong plates or no plates, no registration, no tags have been held as non-arrestable offenses.
Okay. If the authority in this place says you have to have a driver's license to drive, go get you a driver's license. If the authority in this place says you got to pay your taxes and, to live on the land, then pay your taxes. If the authorities say you got to, pay your water bill, pay your electric bill and different things, then respect the authorities, man. When you're dealing with the police on the side of the road, that is not the time or the place to assert your sovereignty. It's not the time or the place to, claim that you being profiled. On the side of the road with a police officer is not the time or the place to get emotional or to say that, white people is evil or call them devils or say, F the police or call them pigs. We got to learn the time and the place for certain action, man. If you feel like you're being profiled, cop pull you over, ask you for driver's license and registration, give them the driver's license, give them the registration. Yes, sir. No, sir. I don't think I was speeding, sir, but I'll take the ticket. Sign the ticket. You get your ticket, sign it, put under duress, or put, sign it without prejudice. Y'all want to look that up, y'all can. But if you sign it under duress, if you feel like you were profiled, leave the scene and go to the precinct and file a complaint against the cop. Get paperwork on that officer so that you can get him dealt with.
I do not consent to anything you're saying. I don't even know who you are. You don't have 3 points of identification. You don't even have your name tag on. You don't have 3 points of identification. You could be trying to kidnap us right now because you're harassing us right now. We're free beings. We're travelers, and you're harassing us right now. You're not upholding your job. You are not upholding the Constitution right now. You don't have no corpus delicti, sir. You can tell your officer that because I'm... Pray, because he's not going to understand what we're saying. Father, we're praying to you right now. Close this. Close it. Almighty in heaven, we're coming to you right now to get this demon to flee from our car right now. Get him, Father. Get him, Father, right now at this very moment.
What you can't do is be emotional and berate the cop and not respect his authority. Now, there are some evil, devilish cops out there. In the times or the instances when you encounter them, it would behoove you to not further aggravate this devil. Talk to him, respect his authority. Hey, if you got to spend the night in jail over some BS, rather than getting shot, then spend the night in jail, file a complaint, go get a lawyer, and bring down hell on the precinct.
Please get away from my car right now. Please get away from my car. Father, please don't let them shoot us. Please don't let them shoot us. Please don't let them shoot us, Father, please. Oh, forgive me for my sins, Father. Forgive me for my transgressions. Forgive me for my ways, Father. I do not consent to anything. I do not consent to anything. I do not consent to anything. I do not consent to anything.
We do not consent. 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 We do not consent to anything. 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 You guys are telling. We do not consent to anything. We do not consent to anything. We do not consent to anything.
Here's what brothers and sisters got to understand. Establishing your sovereignty is not something that's done through paperwork. It's not done through contracts. It's not done through agreements or dissolving, these strawman contracts that you have with the government. The only way to assert and to declare your sovereignty is with power. And when I say power, I mean real power. Power of self-government, power of self-determination, and the power of self-defense. If you go back and take a look at go recently, take a look at what happened down there on the Native Indian reservation up there in South Dakota, where they wanted to run that pipeline through those Native Indians' land. Now, that's land that is sovereign land, belongs to the Native Indians, and no one can come on that land and violate them without their approval. U.S. government wanted to run a pipeline. They came out there with tanks and guns. Native Indians came out there, to protest and to sit in. We saw what happened there. You go a couple of years ago, the federal agents wanted to take some land in Nevada that belonged to a man named Clive Bundy, who had a ranch out there. They said that his cattle was, threatening the tortoise population in Nevada. They tried to come take that white man's land, 200 federal agents. They were met with 30,000 militiamen with guns and snipers and, armed forces to assert their sovereignty. Clive Bundy kept his ranch. Up there in Oregon a couple years ago or last year, they stormed the government building, took it over with armed militiamen and said, you're going to protect our rights and respect our, constitutional rights, or else we blowing this building up, or we keeping this building. They established their sovereignty. What Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people need to do is follow rules. Not to say that we don't follow rules, not to say that we not following rules, but the places where we have the most problems, or the instances or the conditions that we suffer under the most, come from a lack of self-discipline and the ability to follow rules. We would not have any problems following the white man's rules and following the laws in America if we learned how to follow the laws of the power that really governs us. I tell you, man, America has a system that is in place to maintain order, maintain, decency. And none of the laws that exist in America interfere with us keeping the laws of our power. But if you don't want to obey the Most High, then you are going to run into problems when you disobey the white man or the powers that be.
Please get him away from my car. Oh! Please get him away from my car. Oh! Please get him away from my car. Oh! Father, please don't let them shoot us. Please don't let them shoot us. Please don't let them shoot us, Father, please.
This brother and this sister did in this car, praying and crying and asking God to make the devils disappear. That's not how God works. That's that fairy tale Christianity bullshit that we've been given since slavery to make us think that if we just call on God, regardless of how we've behaved or how we've acted or whether or not we've done right or wrong, that He's just going to be there. That's not how God works.
Please help us right now, Father. Please help us right now, Father. Please help us right now, Father. Please, please control these demons, Father. Send them back to the pit of hell where they came from. We prophesy right now that they leave us alone. Right now, Father. We prophesy that they leave us alone right now. We know the law, Father. We know the law, Father. Please protect us. Be with us. Send us love. Send us faith. Don't give us fear. Do not give us fear, Father. Do not let us bow down to them. Do not let us stop into them. Please, Father, help us right now. Help your children right now, Father. Where are you, Father? Please don't be far away from us. Where are you, Father? Where are you?
For all you brothers and sisters out there, that's, dealing with the mores and contracts and going to court and fighting, for driver's license tickets and, asserting your rights as a free man and, not consenting to pleas and all that other shit. I experienced it myself. I studied it myself. I was well versed in it. And the shit does not work if you don't have any real power to back you up. Those laws don't apply to you, black man. Those constitutions, the amendments don't apply to you. The Uniform Commercial Code doesn't apply to you because as a black man in America, Hispanic man, Native Indian man in America, or woman, you do not have the authority backing you that you need in order to make these people respect their paperwork. The white man won't even respect his own paperwork, his own contracts. Then, you fighting a losing battle. We should put more of our energy and our efforts into becoming the morally righteous, obedient, upstanding citizens that we need to be in order to make sure that the favor of the Most High is on our side. But hey, maybe I'm just an angry black man. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Salute to the Angry Black Man Media Squad. This your man, Chief Sak Gee, signing out. I'll holler at y'all.